On July 26, the Karnataka Cabinet, led by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, decided to rename Ramanagara district as Bengaluru South. The proposal, presented by Deputy Chief Minister D.K, Shivakumar, who hails from the district and represents the Kanakapura Assembly segment, aims to align with the Brand Bengaluru project. This decision has led to debate, particularly from Union Minister and JDS leader H.D. Kumaraswamy, who played a key role in the creation of Ramanagara district in 2007 during his tenure as Chief Minister. Kumaraswamy, a prominent figure in the region's politics, has expressed skepticism, suggesting the name change is motivated by real estate interest.
ರಾಮನಗರದ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ತಾನೆ. ರಾಮನಗರದ ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೈ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಆ ರಾಮನಗರದ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಈಗ ರಾಜಕೀಯವಾಗಿ ಪತನ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆ ರಾಮನಗರನ ಈ ಭೂಮಿ ಇರೋವರೆಗೆ ಆ ಹೆಸರನ್ನಂತೂ ತೆಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
Today we speak with activist and journalist Shivasundar to delve deeper into the implications of this decision. Will renaming Ramanagara genuinely contribute to its development and benefit its residents, or are there other underlying factors at play?
Thank you so much, sir, firstly for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Now I first want to ask you is that would changing the name of Ramanagara to Bengaluru South, would it bring any developmental changes in the region?
Yeah. I think this renaming and calling it as Bengaluru South district should be seen as a larger design that this particular government has about Bangalore. So they have a vision for a Bangalore urban development after D.K. Shivakumar became the urban minister also and Bangalore minister and also the DCM etc. Right from the day one, he is actually articulating his vision for Bangalore, which has tunnel roads, which will facilitate actually the car owners who have more than 2 cars, who are in a helpless situation of having cars on the roadside. They need parking place. And the very first actually rules he made was against the street vendors. Then he came out with this great idea of this great Bangalore authority, wherein which the elected representatives will not have much power and government will wield all the power at the behest of the big real estate sharks and also the corporate giants. Bangalore is one of the biggest metropolitan, as you know, and it's crossing more than 1.4 crore as a population and all that. And after Bombay, I think Bangalore is a preferred place, not only for IT, for any corporate, what you call as steps and the fire technology, I mean the fields in which there is a growth actually. All those things are coming to Bangalore. So this is a kind of corporatist driven vision for the Bangalore. And as a part of that, he wants to extend Bangalore. What he is actually giving as a alibi is the brand name of Bangalore shall be extended to Ramnagar district, so that the advantage of the brand name will be actually facilitated will be used by the Ramnagar. In fact, it is, we have been discussing about the development of Bangalore long before, say in 1997 or 99, when this Bangalore-Mysore infrastructure corridor project, which is now known as NICE roads, it was a project of having 4 counter magnet cities along the way from Bangalore to Mysore. It was visualized that there will be a city, counter magnet city in the Bidadi, one in Ramnagar, another in Channapatna, another in Srirangpatna. So this was the vision they had. Then there was a big discussion whether we should have a satellite town or counter magnet townships, because satellite towns is a very flawed idea, which will actually bring a lot of pressure on the infrastructure of the existing urban population, and it will only have the haves within the Bangalore city. You might be knowing there are some 450 authorized slums and more than equal number of unauthorized slums. More than 35% of the Bangalore population who serve Bangalore day in and out and day out actually live in slum, and also there are equal number of lower middle class areas which lack basic facilities. In fact, when you should have a vision of Bangalore, the first person should come before your eyes is these people. It's not the corporate. It should also be read along with another idea by the IT Minister Priyank Karve. In fact, in a recent statement, he said that he is already negotiating the central government to have a city in the terms of gift city, which is in the basin of Sabarmati in uh, um, Gujarat.
Yeah.
So this is a 850 acre sprawled area where it will be for wealthy, from wealthy to the wealthy. That is the slogan of the gift city in Ahmedabad. And they have to have a similar kind of city in Bangalore with some 850 acres of land. And where will you get 850 acres in a contiguous area? Again, it will be encroaching the farmer's land or the slum land. So this is completely a pro-corporate agenda to visualize Bangalore as a meta Bangalore, a mega Bangalore, where in which Ramanagara will be a satellite city. Extending the brand name, advantage of the brand name to Ramanagara is nothing but making it as a satellite city of existing Bangalore metro. So this will not help the people who are in Ramanagara, or it will not help the people, that is slum dweller people, lower middle class, working class of the Bangalore population. This is driven by a larger dream where basically the beneficiaries would be the big corporate houses and a small chunk of the upper middle class. So this does not have any pro-people vision, according to me.
So it's going to come under Brand Bengaluru, but eventually it might not affect or help the citizens of
No, it will
Ramanagara,
be a satellite.
yeah,
It will be a satellite city of the metro Bangalore.
yeah.
So it will not bring in any kind of inherent growth for the existing Ramanagara district. So in fact, it is still a rural district in that sense. It still have a lot of farmland. Though in Biddi and certain areas, there are already some corporate houses. But if you go to Biddi, for example,
Yeah.
or if you go to Magadi, for example, or Kanakapura, they are still a rural area. When you extend the existing Bangalore metro towards that, because growth potential is only towards that direction, the meaning is that you will take over the farmland and convert it into another Bangalore.
Corporate.
That is the larger meaning. The brand name is encroach the existing farmlands. That is the hidden meaning there.
Also, like Union Minister Kumaraswamy had mentioned that the move is to exploit real estate opportunities. Do you agree with that? Is it just for the real estate opportunities?
No, as I said, the whole project is real estate is part of the corporate agenda, and H.D. Kumaraswamy is not at all against that. In fact, it is H.D. Kumar's father, Mr. H.D. Devegoda, who is the architect of Bangalore-Mysore infrastructure project, which actually envisaged this very similar kind of Bangalore development, and they are very much part of that. The only growth Mr. H.D. Kumaraswamy would have is that he wanted to be in the driving seat. He wanted to be the beneficiary of all that which comes in the name of development, and he wanted to communalize using the name of Rama, etc. That is the typical BJP game. And after he actually joined with BJP, he has become more BJP than what the real BJP is in that sense. Actually.
So just a political gimmick. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this just like a political gimmick again happening?
Yeah. No, there is a kind of political betrayal of the people. In fact, they elect these people with a goodwill, and they think that they will benefit their farming interest, etc. And of course, Bangalore urban development should have slum as their driving force. Lower middle class, Pina, for example, MSME, the big hub of South Asian hub of MSMEs. These are the areas where you should develop. If you are really a welfareist state, and you are not pro-corporate and you are pro-people. Siddaramaiah claims himself to be a socialist background chief minister, etc. Then you should have MSMEs, farmers, and slums. The interest of these sectors as the Bangalore growth agenda. But your Bangalore growth agenda is not inclusive of these people. It excludes these people. And when you extend the brand name, you bring the same shop, which some people are suffering here, to the people in the
Ramanagara.
Which you want Ramanagara.
Also, I wanted to ask you, could this proposal be due to the upcoming by-elections of the Kanakapura Assembly, which is not yet announced? We don't know the date as of yet, but still, could it be because of that?
I don't think so. They have a strategy. It is not just for an immediate reason. See, in February 2025, there is going to be Global Investors Meet. I think it is the sixth version of Global Investors Meet. And they want to offer Bangalore as a brand Bangalore, which encompasses a big, huge area. In fact, already there have been notices given to the districts around Bangalore to actually earmark more than 3 to 4,000 acres of land as a land bank. If it is necessitated, that would be dished out to them for a cheaper rate. In fact, these are the lands where farmers are tilling without proper, with the tentative permissions, and they are demanding permanent patta. They are denying them permanent patta, and they are handing over this land to the corporate thing. I think it is a part of the vision that this particular urban minister has, and which is concurred by the chief minister also, because he cannot do it alone. So on the one side, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi says wealth should be distributed, and here the wealth is concentrated, and this is the contradiction Congress has within. And this is part of not just by election. I don't think it is just for that cause. They have a larger vision, make it a corporate capital of India. So that is part of that. And H.D. Kumaraswamy will be part of this. Don't mistake him, actually. Don't mistake BJP also. They would be happily part of this whole project. Only thing is, this whole thing is a bargain for the share in the loop that they would have. That's it.
Also, when we are saying that it might, bring in a lot of corporates, do you think will it attract investors? Because as of now, I think Ramanagara still has 3 big corporates: Coca-Cola, Toyota, and Bosch, if I'm not wrong. Is it going to attract more investors? Would there be employability, better accessibility if they come in? Will that happen? Do you expect it?
Yeah. See, one of the attempts made by this particular government is to offer the land cheap and giving the ease of doing business, etc. But that alone will not bring the capital. The corporate wants more capital subsidy for that. For example, this Priyank Karge is on record saying that he would get more semiconductor-based the companies producing semiconductors. And what is the experience of the Gujarat? To have a semiconductor company, for example, Falcon-like company, the central government will give 50% capital subsidy, the state government will give 20% subsidy, and the corporate company itself will invest only 30%. And what is the amount of the employment it will generate? For every 100 crore investment, it will generate only 1 job. So all these industries are very capital intensive, and other type of industry in the previous version of this global investor meet that was held by Bombay in 2020, 2022, I think.
Yeah.
Then they wanted this liquid hydrogen based companies. Liquid hydrogen based companies is very, very, very hazardous. In the name of green power, etc. They are actually pushing the rural Bangalore and the places where they are going to install this into a very great environmental hazards and the occupational hazards. They are coming with the liquid hydrogen project to India because India does not have a very stringent environmental regulations where Europe and America has that. So it is not industry that will neither generate employment nor will be environmental friendly. It will be capital intensive, and it will be it will be more technology.
It might just benefit the companies and politicians.
So still those they are.
No, I just said that
it will benefit real estate will actually flourish. Yeah, it will help because more corporate investment and foreign direct investment is also coming in a big way to the real estate in Bangalore and some other metropolitans, because this is the where there is a 5% of the upper middle class growth is a huge thing when you compare to the population of Europe in that sense. And Bangalore is attracting the upper bracket of the upper middle class from all over India. So real estate will grow, and they need some gated communities with a huge all kinds of amenities, etc., where they would like to have a kind of rural gaze. So extending to Ramanagara will also help them. They will enjoy both rural scene and the urban benefits together. These are the new real estate tantrums now being actually distorted to the people.
Also, will the name change affect the cultural identity of Ramanagara?
Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Will
Yes,
the yeah yeah
Tell me.
will the name change affect the cultural identity of Ramanagara? Do you
So,
expect so?
what is the culture of Bangalore in that sense? And whether the culture of Bangalore changed because of the culture of the Ramnagar changed because of the Bidadi Coca-Cola project there. I don't think so. The rural nature of the Ramnagar district, see, for example, industrialization will come with along its own packages. But Indian worker is half farmer. So there is a seasonal migration. So none of these particular companies, capitalist companies, are giving permanent employment. If you are permanently employed in Bangalore, you are permanently settled in Bangalore, you will imbibe urban culture and you will slowly, the next generation will also change completely. But most of the job is generated in the unorganized sector who come as a migrant labor from different part of the city. And even in Ramnagar, the same case will happen. Migrant labor is a half worker and half farmer. So they will retain both the things. But then when slowly the agrarian crisis deepens and when there is no pull factor from the rural village, they will remain as a precariat. Now
Yeah.
there is a new term called not just proletariat, it is a precariat. They have a precarious living with all kind of tensions, with all kinds of insecurities. That will bring out its own culture.
Yeah.
That will be a larger problem.
Also, just because you mentioned about the people of Ramnagar, also, if let's say the investors also come in, if you had to conclude it in like what would be the message for the people of Ramnagar, what would this whole name change mean if you had to put it?
Pro-corporate development model should be opposed thoroughly. It should not be confined to the opposition to the change of name. I would ask a counter question. What if they don't change the name and still bring in all these kind of pro-corporate development measures? The thing is, the essence is pro-corporate development. The form is changing the name. You should not just protest against form. We should fight against the essence, which is anti-people, anti-farming. And I would request, in fact, when the gym also is going to take place, we are actually trying to mobilize and also to make aware the people that how their farmland is being actually encroached upon, snatched from the people in the name of development, etc. In spite of the land acquisition policy you have, which was actually passed by the UPA government in 2013, because at least 80% of the village should agree for the acquisition of the land. That is what the 2013 farm acquisition law says. But with following the law, they are trying to acquire the land to show the in that global investors meet that they are ready with for the service, etc. Ease of doing business, providing all kind of all the three factors of capital, land, labor, and capital. All the three will be provided to them with a cheap rate, etc. That should be opposed. That's what I would have.
And do you think there would be any opposition? Like you mentioned about BJP, at least that JDS and BJP have mentioned a bit. But do you think overall, because it seems like it will happen, like there's no pause to it as of now.
See, at the inner core, they will have compromises with the existing government on the real estate business. In the outer periphery of the politics, they will actually communalize the agenda. Already HD Kumaraswamy is on record saying that they want to remove Rama. Congress is against Rama, etc. They want to bring that communal element there. But in the history of Ramnagar, except for in 1990, there was no communal clashes between the Hindus and Muslims. Never in the history. In fact, even that Urigauda Nanjagauda thing, which happened during the Tipu Sultan thing, even then they were they were not successful in communalizing the issue. I don't think they will be successful. They will be trying to do that. But I think I urge on the people to go beyond that communal agenda and look at the essence of this whole project and oppose that.
I think that's a good note to end. And thank you so much for sharing so much insight. Yeah. Hello, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing so much insight with us.
Thank you. Thank you.